In the world's most dangerous jungle, there's a golden rule: stay hidden or stay dead. The jaguar is a shadow. The harpy eagle is a ghost. But there's one creature that spits in the face of this rule. A creature that wears the colors of a neon sign and screams with the volume of a jet engine. Meet the macaw. To the untrained eye, it's a beautiful pet. To the Amazon, it's a biological enigma. How can a bird so loud and so bright survive in a place where predators are everywhere? The answer isn't just in its wings, it's in its mind. Today, we go beyond the feathers. We dive into the secret world of the Amazon's most intelligent rebel. We're uncovering a weapon stronger than a pit bull's jaw, a brain that rivals a human child, and a survival strategy that has outlasted the dinosaurs. Welcome to the wild legacy. Why is it red? Why blue? In the animal kingdom, bright colors usually mean I am poisonous or I am looking for a mate. But for the macaw, it's actually a tactical defense. Imagine you are a harpy eagle, flying at 50 miles per hour through the canopy. You see a flash of red, but as you dive, the macaw moves. The dappled sunlight hitting the red, yellow, and blue feathers creates a shimmer effect. This is called disruptive coloration. In the high contrast light of the rainforest, the macaw's shape breaks apart. To a predator, it's not a bird, it's a confusing blur of light. But there's more. Macaws are never truly alone. They fly in pods. Imagine 30 rainbows exploding into the sky at once. This creates predator swamping. The eagle's brain can't lock onto one target. It gets overwhelmed by the visual noise. The macaw doesn't hide from the light. It uses the light as a shield. Look closely at that face. That's not a beak. It's a weapon of mass destruction. The macaw's beak is unique in the bird world. Most birds have a fixed upper beak. The macaw, its upper beak is hinged to its skull, giving it a range of motion and a leverage power that is terrifying. We're talking about 2,000 psi, pounds per square inch, of pressure. A Brazil nut is one of the hardest seeds on Earth. A human can barely break it with a hammer. A macaw does it in 2 seconds. They use their tongue, which is actually a fleshy organ containing a bone, to feel the texture of the nut and find the weak spot. Then, snap. This power isn't just for eating. This is how they defend their nests. A macaw can crush the skull of a marauding snake or snap the finger of a predator in a heartbeat. They are the only birds that can turn a defensive bite into a lethal strike. Now, let's talk about the real secret, the brain. For decades, we called people bird brains as an insult, but the macaw proved us wrong. Relative to their body mass, macaws have a brain-to-body ratio similar to primates. In recent Harvard studies, macaws were given puzzles that required logical inference. They were shown 2 boxes. One had food, the other didn't. When shown the empty box, the macaws immediately went to the other one. This sounds simple, but it requires the ability to understand exclusionary logic. In the wild, this intelligence is used for spatio-temporal mapping. A macaw has to remember the location of over 1,000 different fruit trees across 50 miles of jungle. They have to know exactly when each tree will be ripe. If they arrive 1 week too early, they starve. 1 week too late, the monkeys have taken it all. They aren't just flying. They are running a mental GPS of the entire Amazon. You hear them before you see them. That ryak sound? It's not just a noise. It's a language. Macaws use signature calls. Each individual has a name, a unique sound that identifies them to the flock. They use these calls to coordinate long-distance travel. If one macaw finds a massive fruit tree, it doesn't keep it a secret. It screams. It calls the family. Why? Because in the wild legacy, the flock is everything. More eyes mean more safety. They share information like we share data on the internet. They are a social empire built on a foundation of sound and intelligence. The macaw is a living contradiction, a dinosaur-like creature with the mind of a child and the weapon of a predator. They are the vibrant soul of the Amazon, a testament to the fact that in the wild, being smart is just as important as being strong. But what happens when the intelligence of the macaw meets the cruelty of the trade? In Part 2, we're going to look at the dark side of the macaw's life, the illegal trade, their heartbreaking 80-year loyalty, and the clay-lick mystery where they eat poison to survive. Intelligence in the Amazon isn't just about solving puzzles. It's about knowing how to survive your own dinner. Many of the most nutritious fruits in the rainforest are biological landmines. They are packed with alkaloids and tannins, natural poisons designed by plants to kill anything that tries to eat them. But the macaw has cracked the code. They don't just eat the fruit. They have mastered the art of the biological neutralizer. Deep in the western Amazon, a massive wall of red clay rises from the riverbank. This is a macaw lick. Thousands of birds gather here in a chaotic, screaming mosaic of color. They aren't here for social hour. They are here for medicine. By eating the sodium-rich clay, the macaws create a chemical lining in their stomachs. The clay binds to the toxins from the seeds they've eaten, neutralizing the poison before it hits their bloodstream. It is one of nature's most sophisticated medical rituals, a secret passed down through millions of years of the wild legacy. In a jungle where life is often measured in days or months, the macaw plays the long game. These birds can live for 60 to 80 years, longer than many of the humans who watch them. But they don't spend those decades alone. The macaw is a serial monogamist. Once they find a partner, usually in their 4th or 5th year of life, that's it. They are bonded for eternity. You will almost never see a macaw flying alone. They fly in pairs, their wingtips almost touching in a synchronized aerial dance. This isn't just for romance. It's a survival partnership. They preen each other's feathers to remove parasite from places they can't reach. They share food during the lean seasons. And most importantly, they raise their young together in a process that takes years of dedication. This emotional depth is their greatest strength, but also their most tragic vulnerability. What happens when that bond is broken? In the wild legacy, the cost of love is high. When a macaw loses its mate to a predator or disease, the survivor enters a period of profound mourning. Scientists have observed widowed macaws screaming for days, searching for their lost partner in trees they once shared. Some become so depressed they stop eating, their vibrant feathers losing their luster. They become heartbreak ghosts. In a world of cold-blooded killers, the macaw is a creature of pure, raw emotion. This capacity for grief proves that their intelligence isn't just logical, it is deeply emotional. Because they live so long, macaws become the living libraries of the jungle. An 80-year-old macaw has seen generations of jaguars come and go. They know the exact path of every storm and the location of every hidden water source. They serve as the jungle's early warning system. Their eyesight is 4 times sharper than a human's, and they can see into the ultraviolet spectrum. They see things we can't even imagine. When a macaw screams, the entire jungle listens. Monkeys hide, smaller birds freeze, and the predator loses its element of surprise. They are the guardians of the canopy, the colorful sentinels that keep the balance of power in check. But being the loudest and most emotional creature in the jungle comes with a terrifying price. Their beauty and their ability to talk have made them the ultimate prize for the most dangerous predator of all. Deep in the heart of the forest, a new sound is beginning to drown out the macaw's scream. It's not the roar of a jaguar or the dive of an eagle. It is the sound of the shadow that wants to steal the rainbow for itself. For millions of years, the macaw's only fear was the shadow of an eagle from above or the slither of a snake from below. They were the masters of the sky, the loud and proud kings of the Amazon. But today, the most dangerous shadow in the jungle doesn't have wings. It has an axe, a cage, and a price tag. As a sentinel of the forest, the macaw is the first to know when something is wrong. When the ancient trees start to fall, their world shatters. This isn't just about losing a home. It's about the destruction of a living library. Every tree that falls takes with it decades of mapping, nesting secrets, and the history of the flock. The flying rebellion is now facing a war it cannot win with screams alone. It is a cool irony that the very beauty that protects the macaw in the wild is what makes it a target for humans. Their vibrant feathers and their high intelligence have made them the crown jewel of the illegal wildlife trade, a multi-billion-dollar black market that ranks just below drugs and weapons. Poachers use a macaw's greatest strength, their social loyalty, against them. They know that if they capture one chick, the parent will stay close, screaming in agony, making them easy to catch. These rainbow warriors are stuffed into PVC pipes, their wings clipped, their voices silenced with tape, and smuggled across borders. Statistics show that for every one macaw that reaches a pet shop in the city, 10 others die in transit from stress, dehydration, or a broken heart. The world sees a beautiful pet in a cage. The Amazon sees a gap in the sky that will never be filled. Why does the world fight so hard for a bird? Because a macaw is a keystone species. They are the gardeners of the Amazon. Many of the heaviest and hardest seeds in the rainforest can only be cracked and dispersed by the macaw's powerful beak. When a macaw eats a fruit and flies miles away before dropping the seed, it is literally planting the forest of the future. Without them, the diversity of the Amazon would collapse. They are the genetic vault of the jungle. Their survival is tied to the survival of the very air we breathe. To lose a macaw is to lose a vital gear in the machine of our planet. But the macaw isn't going down without a fight. In areas where poaching is high, scientists have observed a fascinating shift in behavior. Macaws are becoming hyper-aware. They are changing their flight paths, nesting higher than ever before, and even teaching their young to recognize the sound of an engine as a death call. Their 4-year-old child intelligence is being put to the ultimate test, evolution under fire. They are learning to outsmart the traps, using their complex language to warn neighboring flocks of human presence. It is a silent war of wits happening 200 feet above the forest floor. The wild legacy is evolving in real time, fighting to keep the rainbow in the sky. But as the forest shrinks and the cages multiply, a new question arises. Can intelligence alone save a species from extinction? Or is there a secret hidden in their DNA, a power we haven't yet understood, that could give them the ultimate edge? The battle for the Amazon is reaching its breaking point, and the macaw is about to reveal its final, most mysterious card. As the war for the Amazon intensifies, the macaw is doing something humans didn't expect. They aren't just hiding, they are evolving. But the real secret to their survival isn't just in their behavior. It's locked inside their DNA. Recent genetic sequencing has revealed that the macaw possesses a biological blueprint unlike almost any other bird on the planet. While most creatures struggle to adapt over thousands of years, the macaw seems built for resilience. They carry a genetic code that acts like a vault, protecting them from the very environment that tries to destroy them. This isn't just a bird anymore. It's a living miracle of bioengineering. To understand their future, we have to look into the microscopic world of their immortal code. How does a bird with a high metabolism and a constant heart rate live for nearly a century? In the wild, aging is usually a death sentence. But macaws have mastered the art of staying young. Scientists have discovered specific genes in macaws that regulate heart health and brain function far more efficiently than in humans. Their cells possess an incredible ability to repair themselves. While our DNA degrades over time, leading to what we call aging, the macaw's DNA has a self-healing mechanism. They don't just survive, they thrive. An 80-year-old macaw often has the same lung capacity and muscle strength as a 10-year-old. They are the highlanders of the sky, defying the very laws of biology that govern the rest of the animal kingdom. But their DNA doesn't just protect their bodies, it enhances their senses to a godlike level. We see the Amazon in RGB, red, green, and blue. The macaw sees a world of ultraviolet, UV, light that is invisible to the human eye. Their genetic structure allows their eyes to process light frequencies that reveal the health of the forest. They can see the ripeness of a fruit before they even land on the tree. They can track the thermal trails of predators through the leaves. Their world is a neon landscape of data and energy. They aren't just flying through the trees. They are navigating complex grid of information that we are only beginning to understand through our most advanced technology. This genetic power creates a paradox. The macaw is built to last forever, yet its world is disappearing faster than ever. Their DNA tells them to live for 80 years, but the chainsaws tell them they have days. However, nature always finds a way. In the most remote parts of the Amazon, new flocks are emerging. These birds are smaller, faster, and more secretive. They are passing down a survival culture that is being hard-coded into the next generation. The wild legacy isn't dying, it is transforming. They are becoming the ghost rebels of the new Amazon, adapting their ancient DNA to meet a modern threat. The macaw has shown us its weapons, its intelligence, and its genetic secrets. But there's one final piece of the puzzle, a secret so deep that it connects a macaw not just to the jungle, but to the very beginning of life on Earth. The story of the flying rebellion is reaching its climax. In the final chapter, we look at the ultimate prophecy, the fate of the Amazon and the bird that carries its soul. We have seen their weapons. We have witnessed their genius. We have decoded their DNA. But there is one final layer to the macaw that science is only beginning to touch. In the heart of the Amazon, the indigenous tribes have a saying, when the last macaw stops screaming, the heart of the world stops beating. They aren't just birds, they are the soul of the rainforest. For millions of years, they have been the bridge between the earth and the sky. Their presence is the ultimate indicator of a healthy planet. When they thrive, the forest breathes. When they vanish, the silence is a warning of our own destruction. This is the ultimate prophecy. The fate of the macaw is the fate of humanity. Despite the chainsaws and the cages, the macaw is showing us a miracle. In hidden valleys and protected sanctuaries, we are seeing the great rebirth. Macaws are adapting to the modern world with a resilience that is nothing short of heroic. They are nesting in new places, forming alliances with other bird species, and proving that their wild legacy is stronger than any human threat. They are the ultimate survivors, the architects of a new Amazon. They represent the unbreakable spirit of nature. As long as there is one pair of wings cutting through the canopy, the rebellion lives on. The story of a macaw is a mirror for us. It asks a difficult question. Will we be the predator that steals a rainbow, or the guardian that protects it? Protecting the macaw isn't just about saving a species. It's about honoring the intelligence, the loyalty, and the beauty that makes our world worth living in. Every time we choose sustainability, every time we fight against the illegal trade, we are standing with a flying rebellion. We are ensuring that the scream of the macaw continues to echo through the trees for another million years. The Amazon is a place of shadows, but the macaw is a light that refuses to fade. They are the vibrant, screaming, intelligent heart of our planet. From their bone-crushing beaks to their 80-year-long romances, they are the true kings of the canopy. This journey through the wild legacy has shown us that nature doesn't just survive, it fights back, and the macaw is leading the charge. If you've traveled with us through all 5 parts of this journey, you are now a part of the legacy. If you believe the flying rainbow deserves to stay in the sky, then stand with us. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chapter of our planet's most incredible stories. Follow us on this journey to protect the wild. Comment Legacy below if you watched until the very end. This is Wild Legacy. Let the rebellion live on.